Hello, everyone. Uh,
Hi guys.
it's a pleasure to meet you. Uh, let's wait a couple more minutes before we start with our technical update. We are still waiting for some more people to join us, so a couple more moments. I hope your day is really enjoyable today. At least for us, for me and Przemek, it is. We are very glad that we will be able to present. Actually, this is our first technical demo, so very excited to show the progress and explain you what will be the next steps. All right, so let's start. Let me present what we have for you. All right, so welcome to our technical update at Brightpool.Finance. As this is our first technical update in our project, I would like to make a short introduction, as this will be me and Przemek presenting our project. So few words about myself, and then Przemek, I will give you introduction to you. Can I start, Przemek, from myself?
Yes, it will be the best. The
All
product
right,
is the
great.
most important.
So I have been working in the Brightpool since 2000, since January 2020. So it's over a year. Before that, I have been involved into blockchain since 2016. I have been responsible basically for technical development of different projects based on proof of stake, proof of work. I have also been building Bitcoin mining facilities in the Far East, like Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Belarus, and different countries. And I also have been taking part in a couple of technological startups. And in Brightpool, I'm responsible for working with Przemek, who is CTO. So with working with our IT, I'm responsible for business inputs to our backlog. I'm doing some refinements with Przemek, and I'm also working with from the business development perspective, where I talk with different protocols, business partners, DEXs, blockchains. So I'm a little bit here and there when it comes to marketing, business development, and technical development. Przemek, few words about you. What are your origins and what are you doing in our project?
Yeah, so at the start, I am new one in the Brightpool. It's a few months. I am responsibility for the IT, how the Casper said. But what does it mean? I am responsibility for the architecture, IT development management of IT team, and security of this project. So this part of the most important for me personally to make the clear and clean architecture to deploy our product as soon as possible because I believe how Casper before I said the product is the most important. But that product, that great product, should be secure and the best. And I believe it. It is the best product. Casper,
I
we
believe
talk about it. Yeah.
Yes, Przemek, I believe we all in our company believe in our project. This is great, really, to work in something what you believe. What is important, Przemek worked before in the bank, and we treat our project actually as a banking solution, as decentralized finance. So we want to implement, let's say, banking standards and banking security into our project, and that's why Przemek has a great inputs. And actually, I believe that our security will be much better than before, than we even dreamed. So let's move with today's agenda. At the beginning, we will give you the overview of the current development of our private sale, our DEX, and something what we call volatility engine. Przemek will explain what it is and what is the current status. Then we want to make a presentation of our proof demo, let's say, or proof of concept of private sale, and presentation of our DEX, and then we will get what problems we have faced and how we have solved them. So a little bit about technical. Przemek will be doing the technical part, the technical inputs. I'll be doing the business updates. And most important, if you have any questions, please write. And this software that we use will pop up the questions from all the social media that you use to watch us, and we will address all of them. So let's move on. Przemek, would you be so kind to explain in short description what is the private sale, DEX, and volatility engine, and what is the current development status?
So, how you said, we have proof of concept, the private sale, the DEX, and our volatility engine. So it's the most important part. Now we're preparing on our MVP one of that three point of products. At the start, private sale is almost ready. We will be ready to deploy our first version, I think, in the March this year. So almost. We are waiting for the audits, etc., etc. A lot of security part of development and deployment. And about the DEX. At the DEX, we have, how I said before, POC. Casper, will say a little more about our DEX and what is in and what is our plan to deploy our application. And the most important part of our development, volatility engine. It's AI project to create, to predict volatility on the market. And based of it, our application is work and give you our brief. Volatility engine is working with the uh, tuning day by day with the AI. So the quality of our product, we will say, we will say how we think, Casper, is better than market, I think.
Yes, actually, we already did tests and we published some data already on our social media, and our tests proved that we are actually better than a prediction engine on the market right now. So these three products, actually, this is our MVP. This is our starting product, and we plan to start with our DEX in June this year. So let's hope we keep the data. As I said, we still face a lot of problems that we managed to solve, but our project is very unique, and actually we are the first, I would say, the first movers. And of course, this is the hardest to be the first. To copy someone is much easier. But let's move on. So those are the three. Przemek said that volatility engine is the most important. This is technical perspective of Przemysław, but let's move on. So it depends from the point of view. So let's focus right now on the private sale. So private sale, actually, we decided to build a platform where our users will be able to buy and claim our platform tokens. We didn't decide to use already existing solution. Instead, we created our own. And because we already finished it, and as you should know from our social media, we will have our own NFTs collection. So private sale is designed both for tokens and NFTs that we will have on our platform. Couple of the features that we have right here. So most important, actually our smart contracts are finished, and right now we are waiting for audits both for private sale and our DEX. Few words about the testing. Przemek, would you like just maybe to say about the environment, how it works, what is the status of the tests of the private sale?
So our private sale is on the dedicated infrastructure. So it's not on the mainnet or the testnet uh, of the chain. So we have all of it on our infrastructure. We test it with the E2E test, with the integration test. So we would like to confirm all of our implementation with the test to be sure everything is working correctly. We've worked the same how the Casper would like to be, of course. And it's important because the quality is only when we have only is achieved when we have that test, and the test in this situation is the most important for us. So test security and quality. So now we are testing it with the E2E, how the Casper said audits. We have a few firms, a few companies which confirm our contracts on Web3. So this is another part of it.
Yeah, it's a little bit deep from the technical perspective, but we are here a little bit about technical updates. So yes, so this is how we treat our security. We treat it with top priority, I would say, and yes, we will hold actually our smart contracts, your money, our customers' money. So that's why our approach is so strict, and we try to obey the best practices from programming perspective, security perspective, and etc. Couple other features. So with our private sale actually has some unique functionalities. We are able to create dedicated, let's say, private rounds with each with different parameters. We are able to whitelist users. It also handles the NFT collection, and what is important, we also before I go into some presentation, how it looks, what is important, we will allow you to connect via Wallet Connect with your ledgers and etc. So this is another, let's say, improvement that we decided to make from just connecting your MetaMask, just to keep it as secure as possible. So let me make a presentation how it looks right now. I'll switch the screens in just a second. All right, so this is how our design looks, and the reason why we don't show it is because we are still on the closed environment. Przemek, just a few words about environment, how you build the whole solution for the testing right now. So maybe just a few words before I jump into like our mockups.
Yeah, our infrastructure is closed, how you said. It's available only for the developers and technical part. We worked hard to keep the best quality, but in this situation, we have to finish all of it to show you what we want, not part of our work. So this is why we don't take a look inside in our technical part. In the next 2 weeks, how I remember, Casper, yeah,
Oh,
we will
Przemek,
show
you
you.
already spoiled it.
Hi,
So,
damn it.
yeah,
Yeah,
so so actually, guys, we from this one is the first technical update, and we will keep repeating it every 2 weeks, as we also work in the agile way. So with each next presentation that we have, we will show you the increment progress of our work. So, Przemek, for the next one, it will be working live.
yeah, it will be working, and it will be on the test net,
Yep.
and everyone can take it and try it.
Yes,
Of
let's
course,
see,
if Casper
everyone.
will say
I have some marketing
approve.
requests before everyone will be able to join, like join our Telegram. But let's say it will be available for anyone who wants. So, okay, so let's jump into how it looks. So as I said, there will be most important features. You'll be able to connect via MetaMask and Wallet Connect. So basically, we give you the tools to use any wallet that you believe. You'll be able to use Gnosis. You'll be able to use Ledger, Ledger Live, MetaMask with Ledger, whatever you want. And this should also work with via the browser, because just MetaMask won't work everywhere. Then sometimes you have to use the built into MetaMask browser, not with the Wallet Connect. So we decided to expand the functionality. It costed us a little bit of the development, but so let's jump in. After you connect Wallet, actually you'll be able to see rounds where you have where you'll be able to claim the tokens. So this is the first view of the round. That is, as I zoom in, actually here, this is the date when the cliff ends. How many days is left for your cliff? This is the round with ongoing vesting. It means you bought it, and altogether is a summary of your tokens, how many you can buy, and how many you can claim. So actually, this is the interface that you will see. This is another view of the round. Actually, this is the round where you is ongoing and you can buy. In this particular case, you already bought 512 tokens out of the 10,000 that were assigned to you. Here you choose the stable coins, and it gives you how many BRI you'll be able to buy. Of course, the ratio here is, let's say, different than in real life. Here is like one BRI is $2, which will be possibly in future. This is the progress of the round. So this is one. Here, as we said, this round, this private sale will also serve the NFTs that we'll have. So here we'll be able to see the if you, and most important, here are all the views, all the possible views. If you are assigned just to a one round, you will just see the one round. The same with the NFTs. So it doesn't mean all of this will pop up. This is just all the scenarios that we have worked. So, for example, this is the scenario for buying NFTs. The interface is very similar. You can choose from 1 to 5 NFTs. You can mint them. And here is also the view how many you have bought from your allowance. Once you buy NFTs, actually you'll be able to see this as a small summary where you can switch between your NFTs, where is the NFT name, how many you bought, what is the striking price, and actually for our NFT collection, this will allow you to buy Ethereum or BNB for this price. And here is the view of the upcoming rounds and the closed rounds, if you have claimed all the tokens that you were allowed. So this is the summary, let's say, of all the views that we have, as I said. And we are still working on that. We are doing a little bit tweaking, but basically everything is implemented. We are doing the tests, and we hope that in 2 weeks, for the next update that we have, we will show you actually it already deployed on the testnet, and pretty much everyone who will be interested will be able to participate, play with it, and we will be more than happy to present it to you before we go live at the end of the month. So yeah, so this is, I would say, most important features of our private sale. Przemek, would you like to add anything on top of that?
You show the upcoming rounds, and about it, upcoming rounds are visible only if you are whitelisted on this round. So it's important. Not everyone will see every upcoming rounds. It depends on to your whitelisting participation.
All right, so let's move on to our presentation, our core presentation. Let me come back to this presentation, and we'll carry the other updates. All right, so couple of features we already discussed. We show it how it will look. In 2 weeks, we'll be on the testnet. You'll be able to test it, and we will show you, like, we will play on it with during our demo next time. So right now, let's focus on our DEX. That actually is our core product, because private will just allow people to buy NFTs, to purchase our tokens. But DEX is actually our core solution, which we believe will impact the DeFi. And the reason why we believe it will impact the DeFi, as we are option protocol, we are option based. So this is a sample of different option protocol, and here you can see the like actually this is the standard options view. So what we believe, actually, this is the problem for crypto people. The high and difficulty of understanding on what is on this table actually prevents people to trying options. So we came from other perspective. We are still option based. So here during the technical presentation, I don't want to explain how we work, how we place orders, but of course we can do this if there is some questions toward that. But right here, I would just like to focus and show you how we have simplified the interface and we are still option based. So as our goal is simply to bring options to DeFi traders, to bring options to standard users who don't need even to understand this complicated table. They don't need to ask bid, asks, all this, like the spread, and they don't need to understand that if you have options, you need other side to buy it. Our interface, and this is our target. We want to be as simple as possible, and we believe this will bring fresh capital to our platform. People can just play it, gamble, whatever you want. You can use your strategies, etc. We want to keep it simple and still give you the functionality of the options. So from technical perspective, right now you are able to see our first demo that we actually, this is not demo, this is a proof of concept that actually is working, and I will save a couple words. So this was our first version, but after we ran the test, we spoke with people, we found it is still too complicated and a little bit misleading for some of the users. So regarding the feedback that we have received, this is our second interface, and this is like, wow, this is like super simple. On top of that, on top of the screen, you have just sell or buy the assets. Right here is sell the asset. You choose like Ethereum. You choose the price. You choose what is the maturity time. How many, you see what is your reward, and then you click place the orders, and this is it. Basically, this is option-based solution that pays you the premium in our tokens, and actually the interface is super simple. If you know what options are, this will be very simple for you to understand. But most of the users, and for crypto users, what's important, you place the order and you get paid for that. Przemek, anything you would like to add, or I did pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. So what is important? Our proof of concept is already working. So if
Kasper,
you want to test it and give us
Kasper,
the
we have the question from the audience. What do your model say about volatility in the next few hours or days? So maybe I will answer on that. Our model is working on the days. Minimum, this is 1 day. How I said before, it's on the AI, and we have the machine learning every day. So every day we'll tweak our model to the next years, the next days, next years, the next month. Actually, it's only a days.
Okay, I will jump to that later on because we have a section where I present the results of our volatility engine, and including this this question. Also, Martin, I will answer you later on. And let me jump back to our presentation. So, if any of you would like to have access to our proof of concept, please join the Telegram and mail me that you did so. You would like to have an access with your nickname on Telegram, and I will come back to you with, let's say, more information how to join our, let's say, alpha testing program for our dedicated users. So let's move on because I want to cover this question as well. Volatility engine. So actually, volatility engine is not one engine, but this is a combination of something what we call volatility engine just pure, which predicts the volatility. But on top of that, we have a couple of solutions that predict the price and the price difference from the current level and the probability that it will happen. So basically, this solution, as Przemek said, that is pretty complex and involves use of machine learning, mathematical models, artificial intelligence, and all everything, historical model. So this is all mixed, and there's a lot of parameters. But basically, this lets us predict how many hours we can pay you for your order. And but beside of that, so Martin, you ask, what does our volatility engine tells us that will happen? So this is just a couple of data. We spoke how good our model is from the perspective of from the perspective of quality. If we compare ourselves to historical or market, actually we are better from couple of percent up to several percent, comparing from, if we speak about 1 day prediction to 30 days. And so actually, as you can see on the picture, we already did this comparison, and our results are better. Yeah, in this case, insignificant level on average than market, and from historical model almost twice. So I mean, it's not linear function, but yes, you can see the factors. So we are at least twice better, just looking at the numbers, which is not linear function. But yes. Second, what Martin asked, actually our model also predicts volatility on the market. So if we look, we don't publish this data instantly or quite often, but from time to time, I think we will publish it once a week or once for 2 weeks for our, let's say, community. So people who are on Telegram will have access to that. And for example, we already looked back to the FTX, and our model actually showed that something is going to happen on the market. So as we, I think I can say this, we cover over 200 parameters in our machine learning model. So actually, there's a lot of inflows from exchanges and etc., all kinds of data and feeds. So actually, if we would look, we weren't. We did it after FTX happened, but the data is precise. So actually, it predicted something will happen. So some people did know what's going on. It's very interesting, and we will publish this data. And I will come back to this later, because we also have idea how to sell this as a product, and we will cover this later. So couple of things that we faced and we solved. Przemek, would you like to speak about maybe the architecture and
Yeah,
multi-chains?
we started with the POC, proof of concept, which is ready, we tested, and how the Casper said, we improve our UX and our UI, and that's one part. On the backend, our architecture are improved on another level. We introduce a lot of functionality, a lot of security on this level to improve stable of our solution. So the new architecture is something what the correct finance project should have. And how Casper say about the multi-chain? Yeah, in Brightpool, we will introduce multi-chain. So our token will be available on the few chains. And about the business, which chain, maybe Casper, you can
Yeah,
tell.
yes, Przemek. So, but just to expand it, not only our token, please correct me, but also our platform will be multi-chain. So it means that basically you'll be able to place the orders with the assets on different blockchains, right?
Yes, not only our tokens, our platform, and it's about white label, and I hope we will say about it a few
Yeah, I will say a
minutes
few
later.
words.
Yeah.
So staking. Actually, staking, yes, we already faced a couple of technical problems. How to, for example, have staking if you are multi-layer. But uh, just as it states in the light paper and white paper, our staking will be, we have a 1 month periods. We are preparing for that. This will not go into MVP. So staking will not start from the day one, but it will be introduced shortly after, and I think month or 2 months after we start the platform. It depends on the development. So staking is quite, I would say, it's standard when it comes to the functionality. But what's important, when you stake our tokens, you don't get more our tokens. You get the assets that we trade, so we don't pay you in our tokens. And this is the most important. We are not the inflation protocol. We pay you in the assets that we earn. And APR depends on our income of our platform, and the income depends on the volatility. The bigger the volatility on the market, the more we earn. So actually, if the volatility will be huge, our staking program will be the most profitable. So this is something important to remember. When it comes to API and for partners and protocols, actually this is our core product. So we build Brightpool in a way that people, protocols, blockchains, other platforms will be able to communicate with us, and with us, basically, I mean our smart contracts, because we are truly decentralized. Uh, what's here very important, Brightpool will never store your funds as centralized solutions. We always, your funds will be held in smart contracts, and which is responsible for holding your assets and execution of the order. So there will not be a possibility for you to lose your money in a way we steal it, because we never have access to it. It's this our smart contracts that will be audited, hold your funds, and actually also execute your order. And in a case, let's say, one assumption that we have, if something fails on our end and we will not execute your order, we will not trigger it, you as an owner have a right to trigger it yourself after the maturity time. And basically what it means either you will sell the assets, they will execute it on the index, or you will get your assets back. So we are like truly DeFi. Your assets are always secure and we don't store them. So this is important. When it comes to API, we are working and we are talking with different protocols, different DEXs. And we want to simplify communication with us. We also want to talk with protocols that have strategies for investment in options. And this should be super simple via the API interface that Przemek is building. Anything you would like to add?
Yeah, it's the most important part of that kind of API. It will be multi-tenant API. Every new customer, every new company will have different tenant and different kind of view of the API. It's not one API for everyone, it's separated.
All right. So in simple words, basically everyone will be able to use it if we allow it to use it. So
Yeah.
yes. So that's most important, but it also creates a lot of possibilities of cooperation with influencers. We will have ref links. We will share the profits with different protocols, and this is, let's say, marketing benefits, but also benefits from the perspective of the sharing the profits between users. What is important for our platform is how many users we will have, how many orders we have, because with each order we earn money. So this is what's important for platform, and from technical perspective we focus on that. And in order to make it simple, we build our own API. Future features of our platform. So a couple of things. We have something what we call order cancellation. Basically, it is when you place the order, as I said before, everything you will have dedicated smart contract. Please, Przemysław, correct me if I do state wrong, but I think this is truth. And you are not able to cancel it before the maturity time. But we want to be super friendly, and we don't want you, if you panic or if you feel very uncomfortable with your choice you have made, we will give you the possibility to cancel your order. And Przemek, will this go into MVP, or this will be like the next development?
You said it should be on the next development, MVP2, but from the IT perspective, we don't agree with you. And order cancellation will be on the MVP1. We don't imagining to create order have cancellation, guys. It's not possible, and
Yeah,
it will
first you
be on
have
the
to place the order,
MVP1.
then to cancel it, and this is the work between business and IT. Always business is pushing, and IT is like, we will make it, just we don't know when. But yes, so order cancellations will be something that will be included into our platform. You will see if this will be on MVP or shortly after, but this is something we already are thinking, and we are very advanced. So this is one. Price booking is actually something we are thinking about, and for you to understand is like, placing orders right now is like selling options. Order booking is like booking a price for asset at a given time. So this is like the second side of this order. So it's like buying options. And actually, this is much more complicated, maybe not from technical perspective, but actually from risk perspective. There are different things we have to focus. So we are thinking about this, but this will not go into MVP. We need more business development. We need more risk assessment to implement this. But this is something we are thinking, and possibly in future this will happen. We don't know yet when, and we don't believe this is the most important feature of our protocol. Other trade pairs. Przemek, can we add an asset, or when we add other assets, or how many assets do we have from the at the MVP?
Yeah, on the MVP,
Yes. So how
which
many?
kind of assets do you say?
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, but I will give the answer myself. So at the beginning, we will have to, our prediction model is being built for two assets, for Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. But of course, we are thinking about other trade pairs. Unfortunately, we cannot add any trade pair on our exchange. That's because we need to build math behind it. So we are thinking about other assets. Presumably it will be BNB and Matic. We don't know how fast to implement it, but those two assets is something on our mind, and we will add it into our exchange sooner or later. When it comes to other assets, we will have to make further development that is way more advanced, and actually there is not so much data on the market, so we have to make more evaluation towards that. But so this is a few words about other trading pairs and white label solutions. Actually, I can also cover that a little bit, because this is something what came into my mind, but it's of course the let's say not just me but our team as we work on our product. And you could see the volatility engine and the feeds that we can share with you. Actually, those feeds are very interesting for different partners, for hedge funds, for investment funds, for professional traders, for banks who invest in crypto, and actually everyone who is interested into how crypto will be going. And what we are working right now is into production version of selling those feeds, and presumably this might be our other project or product that we are thinking. And also we believe that our private sale is quite attractive. And of course, right now, this is just for us, but possibly in future, we'll be able to do this white labels from that and sell this to different protocols or companies who would like to have a similar functionality to ours, as the platform is being audited, is smart, is secure, and of course for smart people, because we use the smart contracts. So, Przemek, anything else that I missed or skipped?
To summary of the white labels, this is why our solution is building with the multi-tenant solution and API. It is the main point why we introduce multi-tenant solution, because we believe the white labels of our products, it will be. It's not potential, it will be because it's good, it's have good quality, and we believe it can be for everyone.
Yeah, and this is natural development of each platform. Each like the platforms where you get assets started as their own platforms, as a platform standalone. Then they added some widgets that you can build into other websites and extra. And this is a little bit similar with us. We can just build, let's say, something what we could possibly for business people called a widget or different solution, and then you can interact with our protocol. And this is what is important for us, because with the simplicity of our project, we believe we will bring more masses and options in this, let's say, in this solution that we provide will be the next step and next ball run for DeFi. Just another important thing, we started from the first technical update, and we will update every 2 weeks from now on, maybe with some maybe with some excuses during the summer or something, or but from now on we will update you every 2 weeks. You will be able to see the progress, you will be able to see incrementation of our product, and we hope you like this solution. We are very agile, we are small, but we work, we are like we like to think about ourselves as a super efficient people. All right, so I would really ask you to follow our social media. We post there all the news, the feeds, and there, we are increasing the volatility on the posting those things. So you might find some useful informations in there. Personally, I recommend the Twitter and Telegram, but some of you like Discord, YouTube, or different social media. So please follow. Let us know if you have any questions. So now is the questions and answers. Do we have any other questions? Let's see. I see there was a question about when we will share the tweets. So I already asked. I already answered that we in the current solution we will just post the volatility results once per week or once per 2 weeks, and once we have like more advanced solution, we'll think about that. I mean, this is something that is our pure know-how, and we just post it so people believe in our math. Okay, another question: when will go live? So actually, we can say about private sale and DEX. So we plan to go live with our private sale at the very end of this month or beginning of March. This is our assumption. We still are waiting for the results of the audits. So sometimes Przemek can say more, but sometimes there are some notes from the certification companies. Then we have to implement it, redo the testing. But I believe we are on a good track to make it with the end of this month or very beginning of March. Przemek, is this correct?
Yes, I agree with you.
If this is not correct,
It's
you remember
real.
what Przemek said,
It's,
then
yeah,
he's the guy. All
it's
right.
real date, so we will be there.
Yes, so this is private sale. When it comes to the DEX, we are aiming for June this year. And so a lot of challenges ahead of us, but Przemek will carry on. I'll make sure.
And of course, if you will participate in our 2 weeks meetings, you will see what is the progress and when we will be available with the Brightpool, of course.
Yes. Okay. So another question. We have a question: who will be able to take part in private sale? We have a different rounds. So right now we had a couple of rounds for seed investors. Like we call it smart money, like the venture capitals that allow us to speak with the Binance, Polygon, some Quick Swap, and etc. So this is just a couple of names that came with our contacts. But what is important? there will be a private runs for the retail people. So please follow our social media, and we will let you know if you can participate in purchasing of our tokens as a retail investor or retail person. And of course, this will be, I would say, the earlier you get, the better price you can get, because once we are live, we not sell our tokens anymore. But yes, please follow our social media. We have different runs for everyone, and I think I can say you can expect any informations about that within 1 month on our social media. So please follow. There will be details how to take part, what are the conditions to take, what is the price, what is the cliff, what is the vesting. This should be technical, so I don't want to get into that, but what is very important, all the tokens will be vested and will have a cliff on our smart contract platform. So there is no way you'll be able to track all the tokens. You have the full knowledge what is going on with the tokens, when are the releases, and etc. You can find this in our white paper. So all the knowledge is being public. We have nothing to hide, and everything will be handled with the smart contracts, because we believe in DeFi. We are not shady people. Everything is on the blockchain. It means it's public. All right. Any more questions? Przemysław is also writing some of our smart contracts. He's doing backend, Python, Golang, everything. If you have some questions, feel free to challenge him. All right, so I don't see any questions. I would like to invite you in next 2 weeks. We will announce it prior, so you can expect then around 20th of February, plus minus couple days, the next technical update. Please subscribe and like our social media. And it was a pleasure to present our project to you. And stay tuned. See you in 2 weeks.
See ya.